All right. Well, this is just kind of an informative little video. No, I don't have my cheese in. I'm gonna get that. Hopefully, get that done in another month or two, something like that. But for the time being, I gotta look like an old mush mouth. Well, there's a little story going on here. First off, I'm gonna start off by saying, and this may have nothing to do with the whole topic of the subject. Back when I was 16, I started smoking, and I did that for roughly 45 years. I finally quit in 2008, but I've been a lot of time consumed there. And then back in the early 2000s, I was working then, and the company had insurance, but I paid half, he paid half, and my insurance was 80 something a week. And when you're only making 12 something an hour, it's really hard to do. So I said, well, I've heard bad things about the VA, but it's good, bad, or otherwise, I'm going to have to do it because I just can't keep my bills paid at this kind of rate here. So I converted over to the VA. I don't have Medicare or none of that. And so, I can't complain about them. Everything, they've done everything for me so far. Well, anyway, back about 3 years or more ago, the VA doctor said, I think we're going to start getting you CAT scans because you smoked for so long. I said, well, you have any indication we need to? He said, well, I don't, but with the history of that, let's just check it. So he started doing that. In the first 2 or 3 years, whatever it was, nothing showed up. And finally something did show up, a little small thing there. So then 6 months, he run another CAT scan, and it had grown a little bit. So they thought, well, we got to get on this. So they did a biopsy. I think they run the thing down somehow. I don't know how they did it. They put me out to do it, and then they nip a piece off, I guess. And they sent it back to Denver, where they get it analyzed, and it came back in about a week. It was cancer, all right. So that one wasn't too bad. It was over here on this side, not a very big place. So they used radiation on that. I had to go back every other day at the Jet City, which was 45 miles one way. Of course, 90 back and forth. Every other day for that, probably it was 5 or 7 trips, I don't remember. And they were satisfied that took care of that. So they done a CAT scan, it didn't show up, but anyway, they did a PET scan. That's where they scanned the whole deal. Lo and behold, there was another something showed up in here. So that one's a little more difficult to get to, they said. So they had to figure something out. And let's see, what did they do? Oh no, they punched a needle right down your chest and sucked out some fluid or something, and they sent that off, and yeah, it was cancer, all right. So then they come up with this idea of do radiation and chemo together. We got to go 6 week program, and I've got a week behind me now, starting on the 2nd, and I've got to do radiation once a weekday, every weekday for the rest of the 6 weeks, and then I got to do the chemo thing. As of now, it's on Thursday. I just got back from doing that up there. It's a longer drawn out deal. They got this little, you probably can't see it, little port deal here that they poke a needle or something in there, and they got these IV jugs hanging up here, and they've got to take, I don't know, it takes a good 2 hours, better more like 3 hours. First they put something in there that's, I don't know what it is, then they put your chemo stuff in, and they do that in 2 different bags. And then in today's case, I kind of got out of order. They put one bag in, and they had to plug it off, and I had to go get my radiation, and they come back, and they hooked me back up again to this, and we finished it out. Now, so far, I haven't had any complications from it. I mean, I've been tired. It was really dragging, but I've been dragging before, really, like that. So I talked to the doctor. They talked to you about it, their cancer doctor, he said, asked me about it. I said, well, that's about the only thing. He said, well, one thing, you're going to drink a lot more water. They want you to drink everybody drink 8 glasses of water a day. I guess I don't know, they're poolside or what they are. Anyway, I don't really like water that well. I mean, I can drink soda or tea and lemonade. And that's okay. I mean, lemonade's fine. He said, it's great. Just drink that if you want to. But you don't want to float. You don't drink too much water. I don't know. But the idea is, with this treatment, you could dehydrate, and that's what they don't want you doing. So I'm going to have to endeavor to drink more liquids anyway. The point being, these treatments vary from person to person. They give you a book, well, it's not that many pages, but of all the possible side effects. And like one nurse said, well, if one person experienced something, has to be listed as a possible side effect. Maybe very few people ever have it. Of course, there's one of the side effects could be losing your hair. I might later on. Like I say, I'm only in the second week. I've got four more weeks to go, I think. And they say you could get a metallic taste in your mouth, like you're chewing on a piece of metal, I guess. I don't know what that is. So far, I haven't had that. Like I say, the only thing that really bothers me is I'm really dragged out. And my blood pressure did come down some. So that my regular doctor, he cut my blood pressure pill down by half the dose. So we're going to see how that goes. Overall, no, I don't feel particularly bad. Another thing I want to really stress, this is not a poor me, pity me, boo-hoo. It's not. It's whatever it is, it is. It may not work out good, and it may work out good. We don't know, but I'm not going to sit here and get all out of rot, or whatever they call that, over it, because that'll simply not do any good. And the fact that you keep an upbeat attitude, I believe, your mental situation will be better. If you sit around crying and wondering what's going to happen, well, you can force yourself. See, for years and years, I have had anxiety problems. Not much now, but since I was 24, basically when I got out of the service was when it started. I was panicked about everything, and I mean, really was miserable. And that, oddly enough, now this is not really stewing me up that bad. And I realize it could be very serious, you know. But there again, I don't know what else to say about this. It's kind of a little informative thing to people. You know, some people already heard through the grapevine I got this problem going on, and I understand that. It's all very well and good. It's kind of like being pregnant. You know, you can't hide it for too long, so sooner or later somebody's going to figure it out. But so that's the thing. I'm like I say, don't be a pity and boo-hooing about it. I don't want that. That's a bad scenario. Just go on as usual. You know? I probably won't be making too many videos outside because it's hot, and they do want you to kind of certain restrictions. They don't want you out in the sun too much, and a little of this, a little of that, and all the other things. And of course, if people are sick, they prefer they don't come in the house because your immune system goes down some. Basically, this treatment here affects everything in your body, including the cancer cells. But in order to get that, you got to mess with all the rest of it. And that's kind of the way that works. So anyway, then I may start doing some more of my grumpy old man things. I got 2 or 3 things figured out I really want to belly about. So anyway, this is just a little informative thing. If anybody got any questions, they're welcome to ask. I don't care. If they want to find out what the doctor said to do for it or not to do for it, that's good. But anyway, I think I rambled on long enough. Now, if I can get this daggone iPhone to put my video over on the computer, which I've tried 2 or 3 times, and I get the voice, but I don't get the video. So I might try to figure something out on that. If all else fails, I'll just use my little webcam up there. It ain't very good, but we can do it. All right, that's it for enough. Enough is rambling on. So you all take care and bye now.